Hello, fellow Prairie Hawks. Doug Wheeler, Superintendent here. We're about 10 weeks into the school year as I'm recording this. Last year, people enjoyed a quick update at the end of the school year from me. And so here I am again, talk to you, just a cup of coffee, a few note cards here. I will not be able to cover all the great things going on in our district, but wanted to hit some highlights and hopefully do this again sometime soon. So welcome back for the 2025-26 school year. We've had a great start to the year, a lot to celebrate already. First of all, before we get going, I want to celebrate some new administrative staff we have doing a lot of work here in the district. We have a new CFO, Christy Van Way, who comes to us from Marion, who replaced Angie Morrison, who retired at the end of last year. Ben Murda is our new Director of Building and Grounds, replacing Dwayne Carver, who retired at the end of last year. I know what you're thinking, stop these people from retiring. But then we also have a new middle school principal at Point, Paul Williamson, who replaced Ian Dye, who went on to be a superintendent in the Clear Lake School District. So very proud of our new staff, very, very happy for our staff that are departing us for retirement or for different positions. So first thing I want to talk about is we started the year, we had a little bit longer staff week at the beginning of the year. And we were able to do a couple of exciting things during that time. For the second year in a row, we did our Cedar Rapids Days. One of our goals as a district is to make sure that we're reaching out to our community, we're being responsive to our business community or in our industries, creating good partnerships there, because those partnerships will ultimately end in good opportunities for our learners. We had all staff in the afternoons on both of those days visit local businesses. About 35 businesses open their doors to our staff to learn about workforce demands today, what training they're looking for, and how schools can partner to prepare students for success. In the morning, we had a focus on AI, artificial intelligence, important to say artificial human intelligence, about how that's impacting not only our work in schools, but also the world of work. We had a speaker from Google, from our new Google facility here close to campus, as well as a speaker from the University of Iowa, and we wrapped up the morning with a panel of business leaders that are part of our Career Academy advisory. So good conversations about how we can continue to tailor what we're doing here in the College Community School District to future workforce needs, some of them that we don't know exactly what they're going to be in the future, but making sure that our students are definitely adaptable and well prepared and able to be learners. Another opportunity that was afforded to us this year and will definitely be carrying on into next year is a new idea that the K-6 team came up with called Great Start Conferences. And so what we did with Great Start Conferences is before the school year started, we actually had parents in grades K through 6 come in and meet individually with teachers for about 15 minutes or so. The reviews from parents were fantastic. They felt like it started them off on a good foot for the year. The reviews from the teachers also, same thing. They knew the students as they were walking in on that first day, and we all know how the younger kids on the first day, sometimes that's kind of scary time, both for parents and for learners. So we're happy to do that, and just really proud of our K through 6 staff for doing that. It did replace a traditional open house. It was a little bit heavier of a lift than a traditional open house, but definitely worth it. And starting us off to a great start to the year and some authentic family engagement as we kick off the year. Speaking of authentic family engagement, I want to update you, and I could probably do an entire separate video on this, but I'm going to hit some high points of our new 10-year strategic plan. We just finished last year a 10-year strategic plan to develop personalized learning environments, and we launched a new strategic plan at the beginning of this year. I just want to kind of read our big goal for this plan over the next 10 years, and it's by 2035, all Prairie learners will acquire, refine, and excel in the academic skills and personal competencies necessary to cultivate success now and in their future learning, careers, and lives. So definitely a student-focused goal. Our last goal was about creating something as a staff, a personalized learning environment. This one's really focused on our learners, and that's an important thing that you'll hear, and I've even had to correct myself during this video. We're referring to our learners as learners, not students. Students as passive, learners as active, and we're creating learners not only now, but also in their life beyond high school. So we do have 5 key outcomes, and you'll probably see those on the screen as I'm speaking. But our first outcome is high levels of achievement. Our second outcome is career and life-ready learners. Third is employee engagement, growth, and excellence. We are known throughout the state as a district that invests in its staff, not only through compensation, but also in our staff's learning. And so that was very important to us as well. Fourth outcome is authentic family and community engagement, which those Great Start conferences are just one example of that. And then the fifth one is to optimize district resources, because resources are precious, and the decisions that go into that, we need to make sure that our programming fits the needs of our learners, but is also sustainable into the future. So each of those four outcomes have priorities in each of those, and this document is available on our website if you want to delve further into it, but you'll hear a lot about it obviously over the next 10 years. In each of those priorities, there's also actions that we'll update yearly so that it's a living document. It's not something that just sits on a shelf for us. And then also a new feature of this is a scorecard with key performance indicators, and that'll help us identify where our short-term and long-term gains are related to that plan. So again, I could do a whole update on this plan, but the important thing is our vision remains success for all. And this plan continues to focus on how we define success, how we create those conditions for success, but also what we mean by all and making sure that we're reaching all learners. So very proud of that new tool. Also want to just kind of go over a few new programs we have this year. We have been expanding programming for our learners over the last several years, and this year is no different. This year we launched a new special at the K through 4 level called Future Ready Me. And in Future Ready Me, students delve into engineering concepts, critical thinking skills, but also learning about their brains, their brain development, self-regulation, how to interact and how to work with each other. And just the classes that I've been in so far, the students are highly engaged, and we're just lucky to have those staff members that stepped up to teach that class. Another exciting element at the high school is we launched an aviation pathway. So Kirkwood, a couple of years ago, started a program for aviation mechanics, which is a huge shortage area in our industry, and we're so close to the airport. We've been trying to cultivate partnerships with the airport, and they've been very receptive to that. You know, what's good for the airport is good for local business and the local economy, right? So really thankful to the airport for their support. But our aviation maintenance program is a 2-year program, and so we have some students in the program that are interested in being aviation mechanics. Some students that are more engineering focused want to be engineers are in the program as well. But it is a 2-year program supported by some great materials, and what it will actually do is knock out about a third of the coursework if our students do want to go to Kirkwood and continue in that aviation program. It knocks out the general requirements, so we're really proud of that. Another way we're just kind of being responsive to the local economy. We also are accelerating our educator prep pathway this year at the high school. We have 40 plus students in that program right now. And so again, we're growing our own. Obviously, teacher shortage is an area that's impacting all schools in Iowa, and so reinvesting in our own students for their desire to come back is what the purpose of that pathway is. Also, would be remiss not to mention that we launched orchestra for the first time in our district at the 5th and 6th grade level 2 years ago, and now it's expanded into middle school. So now we've got 7th grade orchestra as well. We'll continue to scale that up each year until we get through 12th grade and through the high school. And then we have a return of middle school show choir at 7th and 8th grade, which I know a lot of people are excited about. Middle school show choir was something we had at one time and took a little break from, and that's another opportunity for students, not just academic opportunities, but fine arts opportunities for our learners. Again, I did it again, learners, for our learners to excel in. Also, just wanted to note that as we start the year, and you know, with these good relationships we've started with Great Start conferences, and also a lot of work we've done in creating relationships with learners across the district. Behavior is actually down and attendance is up compared to this time last year. And so we're really, really proud of that work. And we do a lot of prevention. And we also have focused a lot on keeping our schools safe. You probably saw recently that we released a new program called Zero Eyes for weapons detection that also has a live element of it in our system right now. Again, just continuing to move forward with keeping our learners and our staff safe. Again, this is a big campus. It's the 54th largest town in Iowa, 178 days a year when our learners and our staff are here. So it's a big responsibility to keep us safe, and we continue to work on those goals. Again, cell phone policy seems to be going okay. We really, as a district, had a similar cell phone policy, just ramping up a little enforcement of it with the new cell phone law. And so our students have reacted well to that. I do think that our learners and our families are starting to see the value of sometimes being disconnected for different times of day, especially during the learning process. So that is going well. And if you're interested in additional information, I talked about this in my last update. We purchased a program last year called Smart Social. And Smart Social is a tool for families and for learners to learn about, how to shine online, right? How to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe, you're keeping your kids safe online. And that's free to all of our families. And it's been pretty popular, and we've actually exceeded our expectations. And we know that the more we know about this online world, as we know about the device connectivity, the better off our learners will be, and safer and happier they will be. So academic success as well. Our last year going into this year, we've gotten some great gains on our state report card. A lot of our academic goals in our new strategic plan are really anchored around the state report card. And so we're seeing some success in that. And again, as we're speaking this last week, we got to celebrate the fact that we had our district's first Blue Ribbon School in Hill Elementary was recognized as a state Blue Ribbon School. Really thankful to the state for taking up that program. The federal government had discontinued that program and transitioned it to the state. So it's great to go to our state capital and be one of four schools in the state recognized for that, basically for achievement and also for increase in attendance. So that's definitely an honor that probably could be shared among a lot of our elementary schools. Our elementary schools the past couple of years have really been knocking it out of the park in terms of increasing engagement, leading to increased attendance, increased performance. And also, just making sure that the elementary experience is fun as well. So just really proud of Hill, also proud of our other elementaries, because definitely, we could see some more Blue Ribbon schools in our future for sure. Last thing I want to talk to you about is really exciting, probably the question I get the most, which is when is that YMCA going to open? And so we are looking at April, the first week in April for that. We are staying away from April Fool's Day because I know it's been such a long-standing goal in our district. Like, really, is the pool actually open? Is this an April Fool's joke? But we are opening the YMCA that first week in April. The construction's coming along very well. The partnership with the Y is very strong. I just feel like this is a really strong amenity, and thanking our taxpayers and our voters for supporting that. And nice thing is all of our taxpayers of all ages will be able to enjoy that facility. The workout area looks out over campus so they can see the great things going on here at Prairie, and connecting back to the importance of education in our community. Also, I just want to mention, if you're a district taxpayer, 30% discount on that Y membership. So we'll be getting more information out on that soon. So again, trying to keep this short. I probably missed about 30 things that I could have celebrated because it really has been a great start for the year. Hopefully I'll be able to do a few more of these throughout the year. I was quite shocked and surprised you wanted to listen to me for this long, but I will continue to do that. I hope you enjoyed this mid-year update. I'm out of cards. I'm getting close to being out of coffee, so I'll sign off. But just thank you for your partnership and support of our learners and public schools in Iowa. And hopefully have a great rest of the year until we talk again. Thanks.